Hi everybody, this is Brendan from LemTask. In this video, I want to explain why Sunsama feels slow for some people. Not because it's poorly built, but because of how its workflow is designed. We'll have a look at how long planning actually takes, the number of steps involved, and why some users eventually drop off. So let's look at the planning in Sunsama. Sunsama is built around daily planning. Before you do any real work, you're expected to plan the day. That includes reviewing tasks that you already have, looking at tasks from other tools. So here I have Gmail that I sync to it. I'll go through my email and decide which needs to be added to the day. As I add a task to the day, I must assign a time to it. Let's say the planned time of 25 minutes. Fantastic. So none of this is wrong, but it actually adds up. For a light day, planning might take like 10 minutes. For a heavier workload, it can easily stretch to much longer. If you're someone who just wants to start working, this planning phase can already feel quite slow. Obstacles. Let's put an obstacle in my day. Great. So now let's look at some actual steps. To work on a task today, you typically have to pull a task into today. So this is a task from Thursday, but I know I need to do this today, so I'll pull this in. I've already assigned a time estimate to it, and I've already placed it on my schedule. Next, what I do is I look at my total capacity for the day. Here it's in the red. It tells me, according to my planning, I have 10 hours and 5 minutes worth of work to do. Remove a couple. That looks slightly more manageable. These steps are intentional. They are meant to prevent overload. But with each of these steps, it creates friction. And friction creates overload. If your work is fast moving, repetitive, or reactive, this friction becomes noticeable. You're making decisions about the work before you're even allowed to do the work. For context, this is how we do this in LemTask, which is the tool we use ourselves. In LemTask, tasks are already structured. This is my view of today's tasks. And if I want to review all my tasks, they're laid out here, nicely in order of priority. You don't rebuild the system every morning. You open the app and I see what's assigned to me, what is important, and I start executing. There's less setup and fewer decisions between opening the tool and actually doing the work. This is where Sunsama can use some users. If you enjoy planning, reflection, and time blocking, Sunsama feels thoughtful. But if you work in short bursts, handle lots of small tasks, or actually just want momentum, then the planning overhead starts to feel like it tracks. People don't leave because Sunsama is bad. They leave because the planning first model doesn't match how they actually work. You even have a board view where I can see what to do, what's in progress, and what has been completed. So, Sunsana is powerful for intentional daily planning. If you want to see this approach in full, LemTask is linked below.